Welcome back to the Phantom Gourmet. Moody Street in Waltham is one of our favorite dining destinations. It's a true restaurant row with so many different types of cultures and cuisines, and that's where we discovered a place that's serving up some authentic Cuban flavors. Gustazo Cuban Kitchen and Bar. Gustazo is the passion project of chef-owner Patricia Estorino, who can always be found cooking away in the kitchen. This is a lively spot that celebrates the melting pot of Spanish, African, and Chinese influence that make the bold and vibrant flavors of Cuban cuisine.
I think that when you walk into our restaurants, you feel transported to Cuba. It's a casual tapas-style Cuban restaurant where we aim to showcase traditional Cuban flavors and try to immerse as much of the seasonal ingredients that we find. Gustazo means great pleasure. In Cuba, we use it in an expression in which if you are giving yourself a gustazo, it means you're treating yourself to something special. We have a lot of Spanish colonial motifs. We have the movie posters up in the front of the dining room made by Cuban artists. We have a map of Cuba created with Cuban tobacco leaves. I would love for them to feel somewhat transported to Havana with the music and the smells of the kitchen and the flavors. So for me, one of the biggest compliments that we get is when someone from Cuba dines with us and says that it tastes just like their grandmothers.
Since Gustazo was more of a tapas-style restaurant, the small plate section of the menu is the star of the show, and for good reason. For a sweet start to your meal, you have to try the Maduros con tocino. These are sweet plantains wrapped in smoky bacon, drizzled in a spiced agave, and finished with juicy mandarin quats, which are like a combination of a mandarin and a kumquat, very distinct and very delicious. If you're craving a savory snack, go for their croquetas de jamon. These golden, crispy, deep-fried bites are filled with imported ham and a rich bechamel that just melts in your mouth. Another dish you have to try is the Cuban-style barbecue ribs, which combine the best of both worlds, sweet and savory.
They're pork baby back ribs that we slow braise, and then we smoke them and finally glaze them with the guava barbecue sauce. We serve it with the hearts of palm and pineapple puree and top it with some pickled beets and roasted peanuts. When you bite into them, they just fall off the bone. They're smoked, and the sweetness of the guava barbecue sauce, it's a great compliment.
On the seafood side of things, we definitely recommend the mussels. They are caught fresh in Maine and cooked up with some imported Spanish chorizo, which adds a little bit of spice, along with some scallions, which help bring a little brightness. The large plate section of Gustazo's menu includes popular dishes like the ropa vieja, featuring tender, slow-cooked shredded flank steak and a delicate tomato sauce, along with rice, sweet plantains, and a side of black beans. But the most popular and most deliciously comforting dish you have to try is the arroz con pollo, boasting slow-roasted chicken that is crispy outside and juicy inside.
Arroz con pollo, it's sort of like your Sunday menu item with family, with your grandparents. In Cuba, we make a half chicken, we pan roast and serve it with a saffron calasfara rice with some roasted baby carrots. It is very popular.
For a beautiful way to end your meal at Gustazo, you have to try their take on tres leches. It's a milk-soaked sponge cake topped with perfectly toasty flambéed meringue and some fresh fruit, and this really is almost too pretty to eat.
It's called tres leches because it uses 3 different kinds of milk. We use condensed, evaporated, and whole milk, and we also add a curdled dulce de leche. Everyone should come and try out our tres leches.
So if you want to taste some authentic Cuban dishes with the true feeling and flavor of Havana, all in a comfortable, fun, and welcoming atmosphere, then you have to head to Gustazo Cuban Kitchen and Bar.
We are a big restaurant, but I think that our food feels like you're eating at somebody's house. Whether you're new to Cuban food or you enjoy eating Cuban food, we won't disappoint you. You have to come in and enjoy a meal with us.